It's only 20 mana to get a new one. Gotta get a good one. Man, that one's an okay one. Where you going, Tim? You gonna just chuck it? Yeah. Got him. Sure. Yeah. Uh-huh.
The battle begins.
That would have hit the Bane for 70 damage.
Worthy triple.
Or armor. They will still be a 2-2 bounty rune split. Looks like they're going to give both bounty runes to Abed, actually, and both bounty runes to Cuckoo, so just dumping that gold into these mid laners. DP coming in from the Invoker, and DJ is blocking for him, so it's all good here for Abed. Again, this matchup up against this Queen of Pain is going to be a lot more difficult. Hims. Got him. That did quite a bit of damage. And that's pretty spammable, but the cooldown is so high. Like, you can cast it whenever you want, mana cost-wise, but that's only because you can only cast it so often that it takes so long to get it back that your mana will just naturally regenerate. Is this the play? Is this, like, how support Tiny is nowadays? Got him. Oh, he's pulling the aggro. He's gonna loop around, and he'll be fine. I just can't stop watching this Tiny, but I will for a couple seconds to look over these other lanes. Sam H gonna be going up against both Eternal Envy and Pile Die. Not a super fun lane for the Brewmaster. High health hero means that Feast just playing into the Brewmaster a handful of times does a lot of damage. Of course, that Haze eventually will be picked up, I'm sure, up against Lifestealer is not exactly the best skill. Of course, top lane Ohio has to face up against Raven. He just got done playing a Tusk up against the Razor, who has a lot more game as far as defensive power versus that Razor. Shaker, though, in this safe lane, should be in for a pretty decent time. Still has to worry about that static link. For sure, he's not going to be completely safe in that top lane. But for the most part, should be able to get pretty free experience, pretty free gold. And now we can stare at Tim's all day long, because he's going to beat down Pilot Eye once. Throw it! Got him. I don't really see the point. I mean, if it did, like, double damage, like, double your right-click damage with a tree grab, like, that would be kind of sick. But it just doesn't do enough. Like, he's spamming the hell out of it, and it's so far been, like, absolutely an irrelevant amount of damage. I feel like 4-position Tiny is something that might be experimented with at some point, but you definitely need the Avalanche Toss combo. Cuckoo's gonna take an absolute beating over in mid, just a simple cold snap into right clicks with DJ showing up. DJ's gonna show off the fact that he has Mirror Image. No Ensnare up against Queen of Pain, very curious. Riptide obviously is pretty much normal, but Mirror Image doesn't really do all that much, except for Scout, maybe mess with some bounty runes. Very low impact skill until much later in the game. Oh, you use it to cancel clarities. I get it now. Still don't get it. Oh, the Feeble's gonna go on to the Brewmaster. The Bane, that is very, very costly as far as the mana is concerned to keep that perpetually on the enemy. Brew, if he is going to get Drunken Brawler, will still have those occasional guaranteed crits. So it's not going to be impossible for the Brewmaster to actually just crit down a couple of creeps from time to time. I guess this Mirror Image does make him Shadow Strike, but there's no Shadow Strike. Maybe you could dodge a tree toss, tree throw. You have a toss and a tree throw. You don't toss the tree. Well, Tim's so far done absolutely nothing. This is really disappointing, guys. I'm kind of bummed out that this is happening. I was really hoping that Tim's would have, like, this huge plan, and I'd be like, wow, that synergy. I didn't expect that from Tiny and someone else to be able to pull that off. But so far, he's just been wandering around as, like, a really just useless hero. Meantime, Sam H, he's not having a great time on this bottom lane. Look at the CS discrepancy. Cuckoo is absolutely getting dumpstered by Abed. DJ is just zoning him out as the Naga Siren, and Hims can't really do the same as this Tiny. Takes way too much damage from the right clicks, not to mention the Riptide minus armor. DS is being led by the Razor, pretty much as you would expect. Raven's having the time of his life, of course, top lane. He might eventually be able to set up on a dive on Ohio, but everyone else on the Fnatic side, they are CSing to their heart's content. I mean, it kind of helps the fact that there is no 4-position hero on the TNC side, at least not yet. 1437 also just naturally playing a low-impact early-game hero like the Disruptor. Can't really contribute, so once Fnatic get this lead, it's really hard for them to lose it. Like, the Razor's going to have to be the one to do it. And maybe he can get a solo kill on the Earthshaker. So far, the Shaker's been playing pretty safe. You see earlier, he just threw out the fissure when it looked like he may have been going for the static lane. It wasn't even cast yet, just throwing it out preemptively. 437 DJ, Duel of the Century, now up. The Naga Siren is really quick. Not that fast, I guess. Wow, what a battle. Alright, now that Tiny has Avalanche, maybe he can do something here. But he doesn't have Toss. Like, Toss I think would be much more useful than Avalanche, because Avalanche doesn't actually do that much damage. It has a 1-second stun, it has Sunstrike into Abed, he is caught. We'll have the Avalanche, we'll have another Scream, that's not quite going to kill him off with 11 stick charges. Abed should be fine, is also now deniable if it is necessary. It shouldn't be necessary. Stick charges, Raindrop preventing the dive, and a salve. Siege creep denied from him. I guess it's kind of annoying, but again, these low impact heroes are trying their best versus this Invoker, but Invoker is not to be stopped, not right now at least. Midas is going to be much quicker this game than the last. Top lane, Ohio is going to lose a lot of damage out to Raven right now. It stuns him up just a little bit. With this much damage stolen, Raven is going to have to go for a tower dive. Creep wave support is here. Still Shaker not looking too hot just by himself. Backup is coming in, although I'm not really sure what that field was supposed to do. That was just kind of out there. They know that the Earthshaker's down here, or up here, and Ohio's just going to try to dig his way to freedom. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be like the most anticlimactic first blood ever, and it will be. Just Raven doing Razor things. Meantime, bottom lane looking for Sam H, looking for this Brew. He's been doing Brew things so far, but now it's netted, but Eternal Envy can't actually phase through the creep, so he's actually doing no damage. Finally has the phase boots back up. Up against this Drunken Brawler, you need a lot of lucky rolls there for Sam H to actually survive, especially when he's quite literally trapped. Cannot move, not an inch. Avalanche is going to give him a couple seconds, but not nearly enough. That was not an elegant gank there from Fnatic, but it is going to be a kill nonetheless, as Hims can do nothing to help out, because this Tiny has so far done absolutely zero. And I don't want to shit talk Hims, I really don't. I really want to see this Tiny succeed. He'll toss him into Eternal Envy while I die. Raven's arrival, Eternal Envy is really weak, but the Nightmare goes off onto the Razor. While I die, hit with the Avalanche, stalled up for a second, now claps for a kill with the crit. They'll get the Bane at the very least. Eternal Envy will slip out, will be just fine. Only level 5 on that Life Stealer. Still having a grand old time on that bottom lane CS-wise. Might have a little bit more rough of a time now that Graves is a real heavy hitter of TNC and a pretty good counter to Eternal Envy. Whoa, they killed off Cuckoo. But they're still going for Eternal Envy? No, that was just bad camera work. I think it was just terrible camera work. Cold Snap with the now Ensnare leveled up on the Naga Siren. Really enough to kill off this Quap. Already behind in CS, and it is not super easy for a Quap to get back into a game unless she's involved in a lot of fights. And those fights, again, going to be kind of the Razor and the Brewmaster, once they get their ultimates, their Brewmaster at least, will be the catalyst for those fights. That's still a long ways off. Quap goes. Damn it. Why can't I control a camera? They just go in and slam jam 1437 and get the kill on a Disruptor. My sincerest apologies, guys. I think it's now a reasonable time of the day that I can't pull the It's Early card. So I'm just going to pull the I'm Terrible card. And you guys are going to have to accept that. That's my excuse. I'm just bad. Yeah. 3D brand. Free throw. Yeah. Well, Abed's Hand of Midas is coming up at a pretty decent clip. Getting a couple kills on this mid lane swap. Certainly not going to hurt. We got DJ wrapping around the top side. Sam H. Ensnared. There's no Echo Slam here. There's a Sunstrike. Can they get close enough for an Enchant Totem? There's actually no mana for that. Well, there is if he has a Soul Ring and his stick charges. But this is a Brewmaster we're talking here. You won't be able to dodge Enchant Totem hits, but still he's just really bulky. Got him. Now pushing forward for Ohio. So the clap is going to be mostly blocked by the Raindrop. Ohio has another Enchant Totem, and with the Ensnare and the Sunstrike, you're just dead, son. 1437 is here, but Disruptor can't battle. That's not what this hero does. So Sam H, I guess, kind of underestimating the OP Raindrops. Beat himself over to Ohio. Ohio now with the power treads, going 3 points in Chant Totem, 3 points Aftershock. Does so much damage. If he's in melee range of you, he will tear you apart. And again, there's true hit, true strike or whatever on the Enchant Totem. They don't miss. So that will land every single time. There's a careless play there from the Brewmaster. Kind of understand though for TNC, they're feeling the pressure right now. They know that they're not getting that much done with this Queen of Pain. They've got nothing done with this Tiny. Got him. Tossed. Nice. The Razor, yeah, he's still farmed, but he's the only one who can actually do anything. This Brewmaster still isn't even level 6, and by the time he does get to level 6, I feel like everyone at Fnatic will be just such a higher level. I mean, level 8 on the Shaker already. What is the life still working with? Level 7, working on that armlet, and look, he has 2,000 gold towards it already. Split is powerful, and it should be able to get them some kills. And I don't think this is going to be a game that's truly an exception, but it does seem like a game where Brewmaster's not going to have that huge impact that we normally expect from Brew. So slam from Ohio is going to land a pretty big hit onto the Brewmaster. Sunstrike, not going to land. Sam H is going to survive, but the backup is here in spades. And Sam H is going to get rooted down. Something's going to kill him. It'll be the Riptide. Now the Bane catches the Disruptor with the Brain Sap. He'll be woken up into a big totem hit from Ohio. Another 2 kills for Fnatic. Abed Midas being farmed up all the while. TNC are going to try to smoke up. Avalanche, level 3, toss level 1 now for the Tiny. So this can do quite a bit of damage. Abed is not missing coming. They toss the Razor in with the tree throw as well. But here's the song. Abed is going to survive. They gotta run. He is deniable right now because he is Shadow Struck. He's also capable of going invis, crossing the Disruptor forward. Not really sure if that's the best plan. Sonic Wave will clip Abed and get the kill just barely. With Highlight Die to fall as well, DJ will get pulled right back into a Hornet's Nest and will fall as well. Takes absolutely everyone here for TNC, but they are able to kill off that Invoker. Can they delay the Midas? No, he does get it in the end. He will get quite a few kills.
Radiant's bottom tower is
And that is exactly what they need Cuckoo to do. Get involved in these big team fights, use that burst power. Pretty much exactly what the Nog Siren is designed to prevent, but the Invoker at this point, only brown boots, not durable enough to actually escape after all those dots. Sims V, Eternal Envy, toss is there. He'll teleport out. There's nothing that they can do to interrupt this. Bio in the meantime. In a really precarious position right now, but so close to that Blink Dagger. Might try to greed out for it, and if he does, he may get dropped here because Raven is in the area with the drums. My god. Why am I so terrible? Cryo is a little bit trouble himself. He will figure off Sam H and then try to keep out. The clap still lands though, with a big crit will fall. Greed will imprison us all. Earthshaker will go down. Laying his Blink Dagger, the 1437, rolling with the Meteor. Is going to be flattened on his way out. DJ the ganking Nog Siren, of course. Abed getting his hands dirty on the Invoker with the Meteor. Still is going to be a pretty nice pickup, all things considered, for TNC in relation to this top lane situation with the Earthshaker. They'll have to answer this Invoker. Only him once isn't quite good enough. Highlight Die does not have a grip here. There's a teleport coming in from the Brewmaster, so Tim's kind of low on mana, though he does have a Soul Ring, stick charges. They're not fast enough to actually catch up to any of these heroes, so that's going to be an empty TP. Envy does have that armlet at the ready, really is itching for a fight. More than okay just farming it up. They do have the Blink Dagger soon coming up on Ohio, even DJ getting a little bit of time to farm up the top lane. I wonder what build he's going to be going for, this Nog Siren. Ports usually go for very kind of supporty aura-based build. He already has the mana from the Soul Ring. I don't really think you need to overload in mana there, so you can just go for pretty basic supporty type items in the medallion and stuff like that. Get a Force Staff. He's feeling really baller. He can just aim straight for the top. Radiance Rush commencing now. Cuckoo just blinked into a grip. That is unfortunate, man. Sucks to be you. The rest of the TNC side, they are smoked up to the north. They will push back Abed into the static form. He's invisible, but they do have the detection. With the damage drain from Raven, they will take down the Invoker on the retreat. There's no one actually to cut them off. MH is on top lane. There is a Blink Echo Slam, but no creeps here for Sam H. Ohio's got to play this very patiently. We'll set up for the enchant totem, and Sam H will disengage away. DJ is here. They don't know that Ohio's here. We will find him with the enchant totem. Fissure gets another enchant totem. Needs the hit, but he gets blocked. He still gets the hit in, though. Cuts down the trees. Quick response there from Ohio, recognizing what was going on there. That's just 2 enchant totem hits straight to the dome with the Fissure and Brewmaster. Could have split, but decided not to. Probably figured he was fine. Don't blame him. Simmons is going to get brain sapped. He's going to get his wounds opened up. 0 armor. Feels bad, man. EE with the armlet is going to get tossed up towards the Razor, and well, actually, Tiny will survive. Bravo, Tiny. You survived.
Radiant's top tower is
The Lifestealer will also surf his way out of there on the creep. Sam H will return right back to the top lane. Unfortunately for him, Ohio still has the Echo Slam with the Enchanted Totem and the Sunstrike. Kaboom goes Sam H. He just respawned, he just teleported out, and he is back to the grave. Whew, that is rough to see, man. I honestly was very surprised that Ohio was able to kill off the Brewmaster without using the Echo Slam, but with it, it's much easier. Here comes the sleep. Everyone stop. Ohio needs to leave, and they will just him out. They will do just that. Tower will be almost put into deny range. Will be deniable now.
Tower is in turmoil.
Like they don't really care enough to actually do it. Raven's pushing a tower of his own on the bottom lane. That one's already fortified. Will be brought down. Raven will get the last hit there. DD picked up on the Invoker with the Aghanim Scepter as his next item. Still, the Razor is doing a very impressive job keeping up in the farm department. Fnatic, their Bane is incredibly poor. It's standard fare for the Bane. Naga Siren has gotten a lot of action, but doesn't feel like she's working with a lot of cash either. I mean, it's the Tiny of all heroes who has an astounding amount of gold. Has done pretty much nothing in this entire game, though. 103, the score is not bad. He is going to have that Blink Dagger pretty quickly. And once you get Blink Dagger, it doesn't matter what role you are. You end the Avalanche cost, you're going to be pretty happy with Bio. Oh, he's in a little bit of trouble. Fissure will hit 2. He's going to try to TP out first. Damage. It's not enough. Shaker's so tanky. He's going to get back to the base, and he'll survive.
Radiant's top tower has been denied.
They will finally deny that top tower also. Ohio's working with a really large kit here. Eternal Envy. Looking at the heels of that Razor in the farm department. Desolator as his next item will make the Tiny's life super unhappy soon enough. But now is really where we get to see what Tim's can do with this hero. He's been roughing it so far, but Blink, Abatos on someone like a Bane or a Naga Siren, you can definitely get some pretty free kills there. Or just use that to initiate on someone like a Lifestealer. If you see them coming, then you can obviously Rage and the Avalanche Toss will do nothing. But if you don't see them coming, you'll take a large chunk of damage, and then you have to kind of retreat. Tim is spotted, though. Well, Avalanche Toss is good at killing creeps, I guess. He's going to pick up the Blink Dagger and jump away. Eternal Envy is going to know about this, though. They will expect that in the near future. Raven still pushing top lane. Fnatic spending all that much. Abed is still farming in the mid lane. Invoker, the Aghanims is, I would assume, just 400 gold away from completion as he looking for that point booster next. The Raven is going to work. MH is here as well with the Midas picked up. TNC going to try to just absorb this loss and try to keep this Tiny lineup into a little bit more of a late game scenario. Be out, everyone's going to be fine. You know, the TNC late game isn't really that bad. Brewmaster, though he hasn't really been able to get much success yet, is still going to be a really monster of a late game hero. Queen of Pain obviously is pretty good. Razor, if he's able to keep up in farm, is really good. So far he's been able to do that, so it's not a terrible plan here for the TNC side. That being said, they still have to worry about DJ. They've been able to get reads on, God, Sam H is dead. They got him. A little bit late to the party. Yeah, why are you guys still watching this stream? Like, this camera work is just terrible. Whoever this caster is really miserable. I was almost going to catch the Razor on the TP out. The big problem is, they've been able to see Naga Siren and check her items for a long time now. And they have seen 0 item progression. Ooh, Ohio finds 1437. There's a big totem with his name on it. Sunstrike as well. And Ohio, he's pretty screwed now. Raven's on his tail, and Cuckoo as well. Man, we'll make it a 1-for-1. Not a great trade for the Earthshaker. But yeah, back to the Naga Siren. They don't know what she's getting. And if you see a Naga Siren with no items for the entire game, well, I wonder what she could be getting. It's really a mystery. Radiance is the next item. EMP on the side. Tim's will be depleted of mana. Abed's going to lay the Ice Wall down, and Tim's going to get some pretty big hits from those Forge Spirits. Abed try to teleport out of here right now, and Avalanche Toss. No, there's no angle for any of them. Cooldowns there for the Avalanche. Invoker will get out of there.
So those Dire
Tower will be denied up towards top. So yeah, Fnatic working with a quote-unquote support Naga Siren. But DJ is a carry in his heart. He'll go for that Sacred Relic Radiance build. Obviously not going to be the fastest Radiance on Naga Siren. It's not going to have that same type of impact. But in a late game scenario where they can clearly see TNC are not willing to push the issue, why not go for a late game angle on Naga Siren? Bane is going to get caught and obliterated, by the way. That happened. But just getting that overwhelming map presence really gives Fnatic an extra lead in the late game department. Pretty much everyone's going to be getting farm except for the Disruptor and the Bane. That just isn't going to happen. Everyone's Snare. If they had a Bane here, they would be able to get the kill, but, you know, he's dead. Or an Earthshaker. He's got plans elsewhere. He has Bane, Echo Slam. He's just going to go for the Enchant Totem kill, and he will get it. Now against Sam H is going to face up against that split. And the Razor's here as well, so Ohio again. He's going to drop the Echo Slam, moving a little bit of damage to Raven. Mostly gets blocked by the Nightmare, it feels like. DJ is going to sleep everyone else out. The Earth Panda is still kicking. Not enough. Ohio will fissure. The static form does not catch onto the Earthshaker, but still will go down to the big crit. Eternal Envy, though, with the Rage on, is going to go in towards Sam H. Worry about that mischance. Now Raven, he's going to get gripped up. The right click from Eternal Envy. Not quite a lot of damage, but still enough with the Sunstrike. Oh, actually will be dodged with the Force Staff. Raven's still alive. No way, no way. Raven is on the way out. Abed's going to give chase, and Raven is just going to get picked off by right clicks. That was a matchup, but they do escape with Eternal Envy. Just barely. Towards top lane, Cuckoo. He's pushing all the while. For Fnatic, that is a 1-for-4 exchange. Massive trade there. Naga Siren doing exactly what she was picked up and designed to do. Cancel out the Brewmaster split as much as they can and get into a better position. Cuckoo's going to put a lot of damage into this top tier 3. Siege creep here. Down to half HP. Not a bad damage trade. Eternal Envy, kill that catapult. It's killing your shit. There you go. Gotta get that value. That grip on the Razor. Really hard to deal with. Does have, yeah, quite a bit of durability on this hero. Desolator on the lifestealer. Oh, whoa. Tiny's just standing there. There is a tornado to wake him up. We'll have a Sunstrike, a Meteor, and the kill. Yeah, you probably shouldn't be there, Tiny. Easy kill for Abed. Anamitis Ags travels all up, going for BKB next. Invoker is starting to reach critical mass. EE still is not doing a terrible job on his own farm either. Lifestealer isn't really the best farmer in the world. Has so far partnered up 0 times with his allies to get Lifestealer bombs off. Really the only hero that can really do that well with is the Earthshaker. Not really been willing to do that. I mean, they haven't needed that. The Shaker's been getting kills by himself. You don't need an additional hero, although, oh, jump in. He did jump out from Cuckoo. Not sure if that was reflexes or if he was just going to blink that way anyway, seeing the Lifestealer come in. But at any rate, will be the Queen of Pain to survive a little bit longer in the top lane. From lane Ohio, Abed. He's setting up here. Raven's going to show himself off. He's going to Force Staff out. Ohio's going to give chase. Avalanche is here with a toss. That's a lot of damage. And it's going to Echo Slam for, you know, about nothing. It's hit with a tree throw. Ohio now on the way out. Another toss. Not quite enough damage there. Up towards top lane in the meantime. Cuckoo is leading them on a wild goose chase here. Has a blink into the trees, if not for the grip. Sunstrike, well, Eternal Envy will investigate a little bit closer, and the Sunstrike will eventually land. Wicked sick on the Invoker. As Queen of Pain playing too many games too long on that top lane. Power now. Bottom lane will push down by Raven. Still we see this Naga Siren getting to really fearsome carry Naga Siren status. And while Abed does clip the Disruptor, is he going to fully commit? Ice Wall just a little bit too far from hitting onto that Disruptor, slowing him down. Going for Handamitis of his own. Definitely is going to be a long game. Despite having a Naga Siren support role. Still a long game. Cannot escape the resident sleeper. He's gonna show himself off. Cold snap. No cold snap. Sunstrike and tornado. This tornado lands. 447 is pretty screwed. And did land. So it looks like it's pretty screwed. Get no scopes. Oh, Abed. Oh, he's gonna jack the creep. He's immediately gonna ghost walk out of here. There's no gem on this Brewmaster. Now they see the Radiance on the Naga Siren, so Abed is free and clear. Forces out a free split. Not a low cooldown on that one. 100 seconds left until that's back up, so Brewmaster is going to be really sad about that. These Hand of Midases may just carry TNC through a good extra portion of this game, but Naga Siren Radiance is like about the equivalent of 2 Midases on the other end. Again, it's all about that Bane and Disruptors farm. I don't know what items they can get, but if either of them is able to scrape together a Hand of Midas, that would be a huge accomplishment. Abed's looking for a snipe play. Flips back. The tornado is there, but it's too late. Save the Bane from the Static Storm. Still, it'll be an even trade on these poor supports. Feels bad, man. Raven is grab control here. Yes, Ice Wall will line up perfectly. Right clicks with the Alacrity. Support is coming in. Jump forward with the Fissure. Stunning up the Razor with the Echo Slam will get the kill. Tim's going to land Avalanche cross combo, but he's going to get torn to shreds by Eternal Envy. Sandmage does not have his ultimate here, and he'll try desperately to kill off Abed, but he will fall without killing off that Invoker. Queen of Pain is coming in from the side. For Sonic Wave, though, won't do enough damage as the Invoker's regeneration with these Quap moves up. Doing so much for him. They scan out the Quap, and Ohio has found himself a target. Fissure will not be blink dodged. Now here comes the Sunstrike and the Chain Stun. It's a full 5-man wipe for Fnatic, and they barely took any damage in that entire exchange. Abed is dropping some serious bombs right now. No talents. Unfortunately, Abed is just not a talented player. Get it? I wish I had a laugh track for this pass. I would use it like never, but still. Dude is stacked with health. BKB on the way soon. The Roshan. It's only the first one, but with the Desolator and the farm that Envy has should be pretty easy to clear. Of course, with DJ shoving out this bottom lane thanks to these Radiance of Illusions. Pretty easy time. I mean, Radiance on Naga Siren is always going to be great for mostly the illusions, but also just in the middle of these fights, looking at heroes like Tiny, heroes like Razor, these really high damage heroes with not that much attack speed, if they miss a single time, thanks to that Radiance mischance, they are so sad. Of course, you're going to have to roll kind of lucky, but you never know what can happen in these fights. Speaking of, never know what's going to happen, Tim. Oh, farming from the high ground. I guess you could do that since it's essentially old Ags on Tiny. The grab. 3,300 for the Naga Siren. That travels for her? That gonna be Manta style next? You can get to a really cancerous state in the game. You can tell already DJ is picking up the pace. Ooh, we do have an item on the Bane. Not an expensive item, not a huge item, but it's an item. Medallion. On the Disruptor, on the other hand, so close to that Hand of Midas recipe, yet so far away. Speaking of far away, Queen of Pain is far away from any sort of help, and Ohio blinks out of there before the avalanche can take effect. Abed gets the kill spree. Eternal Envy is on to again. He is raged up, so he's gonna walk right through. The link is onto this life, so a lot of damage can be given into Raven. Eternal Envy don't have the HP, doesn't really care. He's just gonna right click down on this Razor. BKB is up though, and the Razor will fall. He is not taking previously that BKB. And he's going to try to whip down the Invoker, but now here comes the grip. Will be canceled very quickly by Paladin. Raven still will fall, as Abed is going to get out of there. He'll be just fine. Tim, low on mana, low on health, low on support, is going to fall afterwards. Beyond Godlike Spree, like twice over here for the Invoker. MH has a Shadow Blade. He will use it to get out of this engagement. But Fnatic, they lose absolutely nothing except for that Aegis on the life steal, exactly what it's supposed to do. Now it's full 5-man squad plus in the high ground. And he's going to buy that. I'm not really sure what he can actually do here. Maybe blink toss someone into the tier 4s. That's their best bet. Fissure is going to click onto the Tiny. Tornado. Back to Abed will do very little. EMP up to Tim. Will deplete his mana pool. Envy is going to be on the middle of things, but with the open moves, just turn around on Tim and it demolishes him. That's 0 armor for you right there. The Brewmaster has no split to get out of this one. Takes a Sunstrike to the head. Double kill for Eternal Envy. And now TNC are kind of just chain feeding in. Now, fortunately for TNC, Fnatic don't have a lot of mana here. But most likely they will be forced to back off and to get some shrine action or get some fountain action or something. But unfortunately for TNC is that they have very little going for them. Cuckoo, is he just dead here? Eternal Envy is pretty persistent, although he's not doing quite enough damage. Doesn't have a bash or anything like that. Has opted for a Force Staff. Interesting. It's an anti-Razor pool. Just if you get linked, if you Force Staff out with the right positioning with Sanj and Yasha, you should be able to break the link. And that's really the big concern for EE. It's not how do I do damage, it's how do I prevent giving damage to this Razor. You know what? EE gets a lot of shit for going for really weird builds. This is a really nice one. You gotta make sure that the Razor is pared down in these fights. And the Force Staff will most of the time break the link. That's good enough, man. That's all you need. Smart builds from EE, PogChamp. Top lane tier 2 still surviving. Cuckoo is on a secret agent mission to cut the creep wave, but there is still a double siege creep wave coming in, so a little bit too late for that, Cuckoo. Yeah, get that farm. Dagger the creeps. Got him. In the meantime, all the other creep waves are going to be handled by DJ. At this point, Naga Siren is going to be packing a soul booster. That's got to be just a soul booster going into Mystic Staff. So Octarine coming up for the Naga Siren, but at worst, this soul booster is still 425 health. Not that amount. And Will Static from this 5-2 on the life stealer. They Force Staff the Disruptor in. Oh, he's gonna get Force Staffed out. No big deal. Raven is gonna get lifted up. No Envy is gonna cut through the escape off. Devastating Blast is there though. Raven pops BKB. He does get gripped. And anyone cancel this. There's a nice slam from the Earthshaker onto the Queen of Pain, but they are gonna pop to sleep and not continue this fight because of that split. Jump forward from the Queen of Pain into the sleep, slowly Earth ruling. Looking to snipe Pile Die here. Can't brain sap anything here. Will once again get forced out, but it's not good enough. He's gonna brain sap the Fire Panda. He's gonna be left behind. Abed's gonna dodge the Sonic Wave in the Invis and the BKB. DJ's gonna teleport out. Everyone else from Fnatic will make a clean retreat. That response from Fnatic, being able to get EE out of that storm, being able to completely nullify the impacts, or mostly nullify the impacts of that Brewmaster ultimate. I do think, as you can see DJ spamming those sorries, that perhaps Fnatic could have taken that fight off of that Echo Slam from the Earthshaker. There was definitely a chance that that was going to happen. But I do think that, regardless of what was the quote-unquote correct decision, you can't really blame DJ for making that call. Like, that's his entire purpose. Just counter the Brewmaster ult.
What have we here?
I keep on hearing that noise. Some device near my computer keeps on making that. If it's not my computer, I have no idea what it is. And I have no idea if you guys can hear it. I hope you guys can. Really annoying. AC being built on the life stealer. A little bit of weird EE responsiveness in that Force Staff. Again, I do like that pickup quite a bit here. Gonna go right back into a little bit more of a normal life stealer build. Quick sweep of levels. If anyone's approaching at level 25 talent, looks like no one's there yet. Sheepstick on Abed is approaching really quickly. Naga Siren talents looking like they're gonna be pretty nice for the illusions. Pretty sure you get that level 20 illusion talent. Other end, Tim's, well, he's got a Shadow Blade. He's hunting. Not really sure if he can actually do anything, and speaking of not being able to do anything, this damn H Brewmaster is maybe going to be on the receiving end of an aggressive play here, though Ohio is no longer in biz. The Kings are out. One will retreat. Doesn't look like we're at the point where we get those really broken talents. Invoker's talents are okay. I really want to see Cataclysm, but I'm pretty sure much like that Dream Coil Rapid Fire the Puck. So many cool abilities and talents, but they're just bad. Io going into Stampede. He's gonna jump in Echo Slam with Eternal Envy here. They'll blast apart the Brewmaster. And of course 157, and that's why you get the Force Staff right there to immediately break the static link. Where are you now, EE haters? That's gonna be an easy 2-kill plus a Force buyback. Cost them an Echo Slam, but at this point, level 3 Echo Slam, the cooldown is very, very manageable. Oh, and Ohio's gonna go for Ags! Yes! Not up yet, so we're gonna contain our excitement. They will drop a sentry, see Ohio once, and throw him back in towards the Razor. But the Force Staff out. Will figure out the Tiny, but with the Razor right on top of him, he needs some help from an ally. Eternal Envy can't really help out. The BKB, oh, the tree toss, he got him! Tim's doing something with the tree throw, finally. It only took him 34 minutes. And now it's Abed who's in a little trouble, although he does see Sandwich. We'll blink out of there. Meantime, Eternal Envy can get fight with Cuckoo. Combos onto the Brewmaster. He's getting perma-stunned by the Cold Snap, and now Raven, the Eternal Envy, looking for high ground potentially. Boss goes off onto the Bane, lots of damage to Sonic Wave, will take out the support. But Cuckoo's in a little bit of trouble here. Eternal Envy's on his tail on Abed. He can't quite whip up any crowd control quite fast enough. Will go into the Ghost Walk to get a little bit of a speed boost. Cuckoo, I think he's going to blink right into Abed. He will. There's an Ice Wall, there's a Sheep Stick, and he's stuck there. Abed is going to throw out a Sunstrike. Not even look at that explosion, because cool guys never do that. DJ's not going to arrive. Be like, what the hell is going on, guys? I'm here now. That's 3 kills, including a dieback on the Brewmaster. And Fnatic are bearing down hard on TNC, looking for their first set of racks. It's kind of surprising they haven't taken one already, but this is not going to last long. Alacrity is now talent buffed, and Eternal Envy is just going to work. The mid lane, done and dusted. That's the bottom lane. Most likely going to suffer a very similar fate, though there's a fortification for this one. It's not going to last that long. Still 20 seconds left. So TNC are going to be at their full strength. Hims does not have enough damage here. There's going to be 2 racks in favor of Fnatic. Everyone else will make a clean retreat. No problem whatsoever. Easy game, easy life. Naga Siren is still that backup hero for Fnatic. Has not, obviously was not in that last fight. That was pretty much all EE, and of course all Abed on that Invoker. Yes. She's there if the team needs him. He's gonna fan out a million illusions in every which way. Even without the Manta style, no additional illusions from that. This lane pressure is going to be already intense thanks to the super creep, but even worse thanks to the provided by this Naga Siren illusion set. Fnatic have the entire map on lock, and of course when that happens, it means you get a second Roach for free. Now, I'm pretty sure EE can clear it by himself or get an Alacrity on him, and it's super easy. Let Abed go for the snipes elsewhere because he has EMP, Meteor, looking at him, the Sheep Stick, EMP, Sunstrike. Well, the EMP will land, nothing else will. Song of the Siren is going to be used to try to catch this Tiny or get the Invoker out. I mean, it's a level 3 ultimate, so the cooldown is really manageable there. Plus, it's Octarine, so whatever. It's fine. It's going to be up when they need it. Although, it's like the worst possible timing. I don't think it's going to matter. They're going to be able to kill Roach so quickly. But using Song of the Siren and then immediately going to Roach is usually not what you want to do. They have a double damage rune on the Life Stealer. Has the extra rage duration. You go for this, I think, 100% of the time. I have not seen anyone get the other side. It's a strong talent, but 2 seconds of magic immunity in addition is insane. That's Aegis for EE. That's a Refresher Orb on Abed. There's a cheese on someone here. It's on the Shaker. Fnatic are looking for their full negative. Razor. He's no longer on top of the net worth chart. He's not been there for a very long time. Swap, the Tiny, the Brew, all having absolutely miserable games. Unfortunately, the Tiny experiment looks like it did not pay dividends here for TNC. Well, bottom lane, still these Naga Siren illusions are making themselves very annoying. And now they'll be even more annoying. Oh my god. Heart of Tarask on Naga Siren, 4,000 HP on these illusions as well. Obviously, they do take additional damage, but still. I mean, let's just say they take regular damage, then they're at like 1,000 HP. There's still 1,000 HP illusions with Radiance wandering around. Glimpse does kill illusions instantly, which is kind of nice, but you don't really want to be doing that as a disruptor. With the Invoker kind of parked on this bottom lane, any one hero that tries to defend is going to be in for a lot of trouble. Horde Spirits will spot Tim's. There is Sentry here, so Ghost Walk is not going to be incredible for the Invoker in this particular area. He has 2 Sheep Sticks. He has the low cooldown Tornado, so he can do some pretty magical things, Abed. Meantime, it's Naga Siren's time to shine. He is full cancer mode. Somebody get this TNC side some chemo. Naga Siren has hit her stride and then some. Pretty sure she's easily going to overtake Eternal Envy, who is just trying to manage his inventory slots to get himself a Lincoln Sphere. Is not really amazing item in this game, but honestly, he doesn't really need anything. Echo Slave onto him. He's going to go invis, but the Sunstrike doesn't care if you're invis. Boom goes the Rock Man. They also do see these observers and sentries. They'll clear them out with the Shaker's Gem. I need down for 70 seconds. Of course, getting kills in the bottom lane, really want to go towards top lane. That's where the real benefits lie. It will just de-ward the entirety of the Radiant base. Ohio's kind of low on mana. So he does have a cheese. We really don't want to use that as a mana potion. Dragon, it's almost here. Flying Dunker. No Envy with the Rage, extra duration, plus the Alacrity. Easy racks. What racks? There's no racks there. They'll put everyone else to sleep. Gotta make sure that Eternal Envy can still hit the racks. Just out of range, DJ is gonna jump out there. Eternal Envy has another Rage Tune, plus an Aegis. It's gonna actually immediately infest out. He's a little bit vulnerable here, but with the Aegis and all the backup, it's definitely not vulnerable enough. Nog's actually teleported all the way back to the base. Curious if he went that far. And from Abed, here's the Hex and the double Sunstrike Meteor on the Razor. Oh my god, that is the true Cataclysm right there. Eternal Envy is going ham. 1437, 2-shot, and Cuckoo's Permastun is going to go down as well. The grip is onto the Earth Panda. Doesn't matter. Already called. And Fnatic will not just beat TNC, they will